Welcome back to Chukitable Media. And I say, may the peace and blessing of God be upon every one of us at this moment in time and forevermore. Governor Makinde has always been in the news for the bad reasons. People are asking what actually were the achievements of the present government in Oyo State, if not for appointing new kings, attending funerals, and all sort of social activities in the state. People are arguing, they say the state is actually peaceful, relatively. So those people living around there, they said there have been construction of some roads, the main roads, but not inner roads. All the inner roads are impassable. Then payment of teachers and the civil servant on time. So, but people asking for more. They're asking for, what happened to the other projects, like the hospitals, like building of schools and all the infrastructure, bridges and all the rest, and linkages and the rest for the state. And these are the question on the lips of people. I was having a conversation with one of them that was asking me, and she told me the whole Ibadan doesn't have more than two incubators in the hospitals. I was like, two incubators in two different hospitals in Ibadan, as big as Ibadan. So any pregnant woman that wants to deliver a premature baby, so definitely they have to, keep scouting around to look for where they can have the delivery and where the baby is going to be safe. And I'm asking, what about MRI scan? Do any hospital have this? If they can't have incubator for babies. So do you know it's going to be very difficult to have an MRI scan for the rest of the people? So what happened to the treatment of elderly? Any improvement? Provision of drugs in the hospital, medicine in the hospital, and the healthcare workers' provisions to take care of them, their salaries and all the rest, training and stuff. So these are the questions on the lips of people. They even tagged him, the governor of your state, as the funeral in chief because he's always performing one funeral or the other. I think he happens to take the lead of the out of the governors in your state that have buried so many people while in office. Anyway, the reason why this is coming up or why complaint is coming up is basically about the renaming of the Polytechnic Ibadan to another Ibadan indigene, the person in the name of Omololu Olunloyo, the one that has just passed. So, Mr. Makinde, out of his magnanimity, said he is definitely going to name the Polytechnic Ibadan after Baba Olunloyo. But many people are crying. Many people rejected the idea that this school is over 50 years old and they wouldn't want the name to be changed to any personality's name. So it is not a good thing. It is not what they want. That it will definitely erase the history of the school. And question kept coming on. Why should he? Why can't he just look for some others, other projects in the state? Like just naming a hall after him or build a new school, name the school after him, but not Ibadan Polytechnic, not the Poly Ibadan that everybody knows. And that is why the argument is going on about the way Governor Makinde is handling Oyo State. So if not, people won't talk. There are protests everywhere. There are write-ups everywhere complaining about the renaming of this school, that it should not rename the school. He should not rename the school. If he has to rename this school now, then if another person dies, what is he going to name after them? And there are governors and administrators before him that refused to name this school after anybody. But this is Ibadan Polytechnic, Poly Ibadan. Personally, I'm of the opinion that this school should not be named after anybody. I don't have any problem with Olunloyo, but please, don't name this school after anybody. That name suits the school very well. I mean, the Ibadan Poly that we used to call it suits Ibadan very well. Don't dare rename the school. I can see concerns from various corners. The alumni of the school are shouting, and the parents and the guardians are shouting. Even the current student themselves are shouting changing that name will not worth it at all. So there's this argument I want to, explain to you. It came up between two people arguing about renaming or not renaming. So it goes thus. What has Olunloyo done to Polytechnic or tertiary institution in your state to merit Ibadan Poly being named after him? It's a question for everybody to answer. Please mention it. What did the man do for Polytechnic Ibadan or any tertiary institution in Ibadan Poly? So the answer will definitely come in this conversation. He was in power just for 3 months. Polytechnic Ibadan is bigger than any person dead or alive. There are many government estates and assets that could be named after him. The government have been ill-advised. That is an opinion from this man. And the other guy answered him. He said, he was the first rector. He was the first rector. Okay, fine. And this guy said, so what if he happens to be the first rector? So he said, how many Polytechnic Ibadan do we have to name after past rector who died? Why do we cherish individuals more than our collective effort? Why can't they name one hall of residence in the Polytechnic Ibadan after him? If Ajimobi, that was the past governor, the one that died the other time, had named Polytechnic after Bola Ige, Kolapo Ishola, this were past governor, Adeshina, and all that, what would the present administration have changed? Would present administration have changed the name? We need to take pride in our collective asset, especially when it is academics. So we have many past governors. So why picking Olunloyo, to be named after Polytechnic Ibadan, or Polytechnic Ibadan to be named after Olunloyo? We have governors that did 8 years, governor that even ruled the state for, the state collectively before it was broken into two. So why naming this school after Olunloyo? So people are not okay with it. So there were protests yesterday.
Students of the Polytechnic Ibadan in their numbers troop out to register their grievance over the recent change in the name of their school, as announced by the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde. For Governor Makinde, the reason for the change is to honor the first principal of the Polytechnic Ibadan and a former governor of the state, Victor Omololu Olunloyo, for his contribution to the school as well as the state.
For today, we're also doing another honor. As the first rector of Polytechnic Ibadan, that institution will now be named Omololu Olunloyo Polytechnic Ibadan.
Following this announcement, mixed reactions trailed the exercise from different quarters, with some in favor and others against it. The voice of dissent eventually gets heard as students of the institution, led by its leadership, took to the streets in a peaceful protest, ultimately ending up at the governor's office. Here, security personnel barricaded the main entrance and deployed officers at strategic locations to prevent vehicular movement or any breach of peace. The placards have various inscriptions like "Revert the name now" and "Our identity, our pride." The students call for an immediate reversal of the renaming, citing a lack of consultation and disregard for the institution's integrity and iconic identity that the name provides.
This is the first polytechnic with the Article D. As it stands now, it is not the only polytechnic. This is a movement that other people have followed. the origin of a lot of heritage. We want it to stay. We want it to hold. We are here to plead with the governor. We want the governor to attend to us. We want the Polytechnic Ibadan to remain as the Polytechnic Ibadan.
Happy birthday, Nigeria students!
Responding to the aggrieved students, Deputy Governor Bayo Lawal addresses them, calling for calm and assuring them that their grievances will be taken seriously.
I heard what you are demanding for, and as you know, the governor is not around. That has been confirmed to you. Your agitation will be taken and placed before the governor for your state.
The students vowed to continue with their agitation till the government rescinded its decisions to preserve the legacy of the over 50-year-old institution with its name intact, as it were.
Showing their annoyance that this school should not be named after anybody. Polytechnic Ibadan student protest renaming to Olunloyo Poly shut down campus gate. That was from the news. Olunloyo was the first Ibadan indigene to serve as governor of the old Oyo state. Students of the Polytechnic Ibadan have taken to the streets to protest the recent decision to rename the institution. The protest began on Tuesday and has now erupted in Ibadan, Oyo State. The demonstration, which disrupted movement along the Songwele Road, left many commuters stranded for hours as students barricaded the main entrance to the campus and blocked the path of the road. The protest followed Governor Seyi Makinde's announcement that the institution will now be known as Omololu Olunloyo Polytechnic in honor of the late former governor of Old Oyo State, Omololu Olunloyo, who recently passed away at the age of 89. Olunloyo was the first Ibadan indigene to serve as governor of the Old Oyo State. Despite the government decision, the students expressed strong dissatisfaction, describing the renaming as unnecessary and an attack on identity of the institution. Eyewitness said students shut down both main gates of the Polytechnic and block adjoining road, forcing vehicles and pedestrians to seek alternative route. Security agents are yet to issue any official statement to this protest. So this is what is going on in your state. So I don't know what you feel. Do you think it's all right that this name should be renamed after Olunloyo, or the governor should just look for something else to name this to name after this man? If he so much cherishes the man, nobody said it's not okay, but don't touch Polytechnic Ibadan. That's what people are saying. I don't know which side of the divide you are. Please let me know what you feel. If you think it's all right to name this school after Olunloyo, and if you think it is not, please put your comment in the comment section. This is Chokitable Media. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Put on your notification button and comment down there and let me know what you feel.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.